What's up, everybody? Uh, just me again, just wanting to check in with you guys at the start of the week and let you know, as always, thinking about you guys, praying for you. Kenzie and I miss you all like crazy. Sounds like we got some phases, about to be put in place from the government at the state level. It sounds like they're going to start working in some phases, and so who knows? Maybe we'll be able to gather in the near future, but um, my guess is things will take longer than we always feel like, it seems. But anyways, just wanted to reach out to you guys, encourage you. Looks like it's going to be a nice week. Encourage you to just get outside, experience nature, experience the goodness of that. And um, I think a good just kind of theme verse for this time from James chapter 4, verse 8 simply says to draw near to God and he will draw near to you. That's the John 15 principle of abiding in him as the vine, because when we abide in him, that's when we can bear fruit. And apart from him, we can do nothing, is what John chapter 15, verses 4 and 5 say. And so I want to encourage you to just take the opportunities that you can to abide in Christ during this time. I know it's very simple encouragement, but we've already started noticing, especially when it comes to views of services and that kind of stuff, that the views are getting less and less. I think it's just part of the reality is whenever the habit of gathering together is broken, it's easier for people to just take a pass on things and to do their own thing. Um, and so I want to encourage you to stay tight knit with the Lord during this time. Again, to utilize your own local church or FBN to help you and assist you in that. And one just little personal piece, it's been helpful for me as someone who has also been struggling with my own personal walk with the Lord as I thrive in my relationship with people, and that's what really helps me. Is I've still had a discipleship group that's been meeting. Kind of, it's kind of shoddy right now, but once a week, me and a few of the other guys in the discipleship group will try to gather and really just look at the scriptures together. We've been going through reading plan, and something that's really helped me and hopefully us, and maybe will help you, is I I found that my drawing near to the Lord was hindered by just the pressure. Um, Not the pressure of drawing near to the Lord. I think that's a good pressure, maybe not pressure, but it's always a good thing to feel the need for, is to be tight to the Lord. And so we try to pray, we try to read the scriptures, we try to put all of these disciplines in place to help us keep abiding in Christ. But what I found is that when you have 7 Bible readings a day and you have a checklist and you have all of these things that you're trying to keep kind of together, then it's very easy if you miss a day of reading, for example, to for the rest of the week to be this pressurized. I got to get this done, or else God's gonna smite me, or else or else the D group's gonna think less of me, or something like that. We have this pressure that can build up from pursuing the Lord, but God never intended for us to feel this pressure, right? Going to Him should be anxiety relieving. It should be confidence building. It should be life giving. And if we're only going to Him in those pressurized moments and just to satisfy the checklist and that kind of stuff, then it really hinders. Even when we are reading, we're reading under the pressure of just trying to maintain status quo when really He wants so much more for us than this. And so what I've done, and what we did in our D group, is we dropped our Bible reading plan from 7 days a week to 5 days a week. So Monday through Friday is the idea. Saturday is just kind of a Sabbath from everything, and then Sunday we join together. We stay committed to services and to worship with our church, and that in and of itself has just totally relieved my heart. And I've just had such a good week with the Lord by relieving that pressure. One, because the reading plans are only 5 a week now instead of 7. And so I have a day or even 2 to catch up if I miss it. It just relieves that pressure. So I'm not approaching the scriptures with that pressure lingering in my heart. And 2, it's just given it it's given it's just tenderized the whole process, um, kind of in an unexplainable way. Something about just, I think, small spiritual wins, where it's not, I'm not approaching the Lord out of pressures of just, being afraid of losing and not keeping status quo, but just having those little wins really do wonders when it comes to our pursuit of Him. And so I want to encourage you guys, if you feel pressured almost to the point where you haven't even been pursuing, you haven't even been drawing near to the Lord, to feel the freedom to relieve that pressure a little bit, whatever that is, so that you can pursue the Lord genuinely when you do, and then build from there. The idea isn't that we would just, you know, relieve the pressure to the point of just reading the Bible once a day and being totally content in that, but we relieve the pressure so that we can regain the purpose. Right? So relieve the pressure so that you can build from there and see where God takes you. And this might become a regular practice in your life. It has been for me. And this is just another time that I've been able to relieve the pressure, and so I can regain the purpose and build from there. And so let me encourage you with that. I am never, ever encouraging people to fall out of the discipline or practice of reading the scriptures. But I also know that whenever we are approaching the scriptures and approaching our quiet times in a way that's pressurized, that it's actually probably doing more harm than good. And it gives us a wrong theology of who God is and how he cares for us, how he thinks for us. And so relieve the pressure to regain the purpose, draw near to him as he draws near to you. And I do pray that you would have a nearness to the Lord going into this week. I'm always here. I'm always up for a Zoom meeting or whatever. Feel free to use your people at FBN, myself included, my wife included. We want to draw near to the Lord together as best we can. So we love you guys. Hope that you have a good week, and we'll talk to you soon.